Our first look at the Chapter 7 trailer to leaks about the 7 returning to new free Simpsons rewards, bro. It doesn't even stop there because we've got leaks on the brand new Chapter 7 map as well, bro. It is an insane video, so make sure you guys do not go anywhere. Remember, I will be gifting 5 lucky subscribers every single day through this whole season, the Simpsons Battle Pass, which you guys do not want to miss out on. So make sure you guys do like the video, subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on, and make sure you guys are commenting your epic ID name down below so I can add you and send you the Battle Pass for completely free. If you guys are picking up the Battle Pass, and remember, please do consider popping in my support creator code Apple1, as it does help out the channel an absolute ton. So, getting into something pretty crazy. This is nothing to do with the Simpsons season, but Fortnite X Stranger Things Wave 3 will be coming out when the final season of the series releases. And how do we know this? In the files, there is this Lego hairpiece that is identical to Dustin's Lego hair model, which is pretty insane, I can't lie. It looks like we're going to be getting some more Stranger Things skins inside of this season, and I am so excited for it, bro. It is going to be absolutely insane. Dustin looks to be one of the skins, but that's not all. At the premiere for this brand new season of Stranger Things, there was actually a Stranger Things Peely version, which was spotted here. This makes no sense whatsoever, but it does mean we're possibly going to be getting a brand new Peely Stranger Things skin come out very, very soon when the season does release on Netflix, and this actually may be a brand new free skin that you guys can claim, or is going to be sold in the item shop. Either way, it's going to be coming to Fortnite, but this skin actually does have a huge Easter egg, which we're going to be talking about a bit later on in the video. But if you guys don't know, these sidekicks are now inside the item shop. If you guys go to the shop section, you guys can see the overpriced sidekicks are now in game. We have the Cuddle Team Jr., which is actually one of my favorite ones. We then have a Flop Sticks, which is just a flopper inside of a bubble. We then have Bonesy, which is pretty cool. Spike, which is one of the coolest. And then finally we have a Lil Raptor. But did you know you guys can actually get the Bonesy sidekick for completely free? For the players who did own the OG Bonesy Battling, they have all been granted the Bonesy sidekick for completely free, which is actually pretty insane, I can't lie. But if you guys are considering picking up any one of these sidekicks, please do consider popping in my support creator code Apple1, as it does help out the channel an absolute ton, and I can't lie, this is way better than the kicks we had. Fortnite have been very active on social media this season, and they've actually just released a brand new TikTok, and inside this TikTok, you guys can see a brand new police donut skin, which will be releasing today and tomorrow. We haven't had a police skin inside of the game in years, bro, and this one actually does fit the theme really, really well. So I'm actually very excited for this skin to come out. But like I said, a bunch of Chapter 7 information and trailer leaks have surfaced over the last few days, and bro, I'm just going to warn you now, they are pretty insane. Before we get into the trailer, Fortnite has teased the Chapter 6 ending event, which is actually insane. They did say, see you at the end of the chapter event on November the 29th. So it is confirmed the live event is happening on November the 29th, and I am so excited for it, bro, because, well, the live event we did get wasn't much of a live event, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Fortnite have also said they plan to return to 100 players per match, which is actually really good. We haven't seen this in a while. Their exact words were, we plan to return to 100 players next season, but we wanted to see what happens when we concentrate the action. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it looks like we're going to be getting 100 player lobbies again, so make sure you guys are loading up them 50 bombs, ladies and gentlemen, because the lobbies are going to be stacked for kills. But remember when I said it doesn't stop there? Well, it's now been confirmed that the 7 are returning. The storyline is back, ladies and gentlemen. Chapter 7 is going to be the biggest one yet. Mark Rain actually did tease it again after Fortnite teased it at the start of the month, as Fortnite has referred Chapter 7 as Chapter 7, spelling out the word 7, during their appearance at the LA Dodgers game today, and in the Hollywood teaser, which could be a teaser for the 7's return and an LA themed map / POI. But Mark Rain did say this, he is the co-founder of Epic Games, you people are just imagining things. Let's take a big breath. Count to 10 and let it go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spelled out in letters. 8, 9, 10. Do we feel better now? Relaxation is key. So they've confirmed the 7 is going to be returning, and we actually do know what the state of the 7 are. I'm not going to lie, we haven't seen these since Chapter 3 Season 4. So they might actually have a bit of a rework, because we do know the Paradigm had a bit of a rework and it's so much cooler. But the Foundation is all covered in chrome. The Origin is chromed. The Paradigm is missing from the Zero Fusion event, which is pretty cool. The Scientist is chromed. The Visitor returned in Fortnite OG, so he's had a whole new design. The Imagined is unknown, and the Order is also chromed. So they're basically all chromed. We may be getting chrome versions of the 7 skins, we don't know. Either way, they're going to be really, really cool. But remember, we did speak about the Stranger Things Peely skin. Well, on this skin, the 7 logo has also been spotted on the jacket, which confirms this even more. Chapter 7 is going to be the biggest chapter yet, bro. They're bringing back the story storyline, massive major live events, 100 players per lobby. Oh, and I did forget we have map leaks in today's video. That is pretty insane. But before we get into them, I think it's time we show you a teaser trailer that was made by someone, and bro, it is so cool. So the very first gameplay footage for Chapter 7 will be released on November the 19th, with Fortnite creators being flown out somewhere to play the season early, and that's how it's going to be getting revealed, which is pretty insane. But there are actually a few things we already know. So the Hollywood sign will be inside of this season, which is probably just going to say Fortnite. We then have an Area 1 POI, a Casino POI, and the Nevada Desert. It looks like they're kind of going off a American-styled season, which is actually pretty cool, I can't lie. The map is going to be absolutely amazing. But we also have some upcoming trains that are getting fully reworked for Chapter 7, and you guys can see here, they are so much more different. You guys can go inside of the trains and stuff, so this is actually going to be kind of cool, I can't lie. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But FMBR Intel has posted an info recap on everything we know of that's going to be coming out inside of Chapter 7. Like I said, we have a Casino POI, and we're going to be getting a Gambler's Shotgun, which is actually going to be kind of OP, I think. We then have the Harry Potter collab. This is going to be insane. We're going to be getting Harry Potter, all of the skins inside of the Harry Potter show, Voldemort, we're going to be getting wands inside of the game, and we're also going to be getting like broomsticks, bro. It's going to be insane. The whole Hogwarts POI will also be on the island. That collab is going to be massive. Obviously, we spoke about the Hollywood sign, the desert biome, but the little to no snow on the map, which is kind of disappointing, I can't lie, because we're going straight into Winterfest, so maybe they just add snow later on. We then have floating balloons on the map. I believe this is going to be very similar to Chapter 3 Season 2, when we had those like pads with massive balloons, which you guys could rotate around the map in. I think that's going to be like that, which honestly I am very excited for. But that's not everything new coming out, because we're actually going to be getting some brand new POIs added onto the island throughout this month as well, with the first one we know about being the Retirement Castle, where inside of here in the show there are some iconic Simpsons characters that play a huge role, including Grandpa, which means he's also going to be coming out this season as a brand new skin in the Week 1 update, which I'm actually very excited to get my hands on the Grandpa skin. I'm probably going to use this one a lot. It just is so funny. But one of the main locations from the show is actually missing from the island, being the school, which I assume will be getting added also in a later update, potentially just below Camp Krusty or in between Burns Manor and the Corruption Corners. But it's also been confirmed that Sideshow Bob will be coming into LEGO Fortnite, which means he will also be getting his very own skin inside of Battle Royale, which you guys don't want to go anywhere because there's still a lot of skins we need to talk about that you guys can actually get for free, which is really cool. We then have the Springfield Appealie. If you guys go to your passes section, click on the Battle Pass and go all the way to the secret skin, you guys can see the Springfield Appealie skin here, unlocked on November the 11th. And to unlock this skin, it's simply just getting account levels. But if you guys are thinking, well, this skin is very boring, it is very boring, but you guys can see on November 11th, all of his other rewards will get announced. And you guys can also see there is another skin. And on this loading screen, you guys can see the second style for this skin, which is absolutely amazing. So make sure you guys are waiting for this skin to unlock, because it's possibly going to be one of the coolest mashup skins we've ever got in Fortnite history. But with only 3 weeks left of the season, our very first update will be releasing on Tuesday, November the 11th, which will add these super styles into the game, as well as the secret skin, which we'll talk about a bit later on in the game. But currently we have no leaks of what these super styles are going to be. But if you remember our last mini season being the Star Wars season, they were related to the Star Wars franchise being black and yellow and kind of starry themed, and Dr. Kaka has made an amazing concept of what these would look like. You guys can find all of his information in the description below. You guys can see it looks like we're going to be getting a fallen donut, just like the downtime screen, with a donut styled trouser or like accessories part to the skin, which I can't lie, on each Battle Pass skin they look insane. Starting with Marge, obviously she doesn't really have many accessories or like trousers or anything, so it's mainly just the blue sky with falling donuts, which is actually one of the coolest styles. We then have the Blinky fish stick skin with the pink stuff on all of his gear, and we then have the blue part of the skin on the skin itself, which is actually quite cool. I'm probably not going to use it. I can't lie. I haven't used this skin once. We then have Ned Flanders, which is one of my favorite skins this season. And you guys can see it's very evenly distributed. The trousers is the pink donuts, and then the top half of the skin is the falling donuts inside of the clouds, which is actually kind of cool. And then finally, we have the Homer Simpson skin, which you guys can see is by far the coolest one. It fits the theme of him absolutely amazingly, and wow, these super styles are going to be so cool. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this concept, because bro, they are pretty insane.